I'm going to be honest because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady, and I felt for her. Mm-hmm. I know what it's like to be hated. I know what it's like to be a black woman and hated because of my color.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. Mm-hmm. And people just having, she brought some on herself a little bit because she's cocky for a good reason. Mm-hmm. And I love that about her. But to watch the dynamics and the media, they had their narrative. Mm-hmm. And I was pleased and proud to see the narrative wasn't the truth.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And Angel and her got along so well. And watching them practice and just get it. And Caitlin's like, just fly. And watching her pass. And I didn't know how talented she was and how well she sees the game in a 3D version. Thinker, defensively a lot better than I thought and gave her credit for. So watching her and just spending a little time. And one thing, guys, that I've learned is to step back and let these kids be themselves. Look, I speak when I'm spoken to. I'm not sitting up there knocking on anybody's door, offering my advice because I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be social media, Instagram this. I don't know what it's like to be bombarded and have to be the breadwinner in the family and be a brand and be worried about what I do or say and everything else, or 24/7 being pulled in so many different directions and not knowing. Throw in the fact that if I'm insecure, if I've got my own mental issues going on, who do I talk to? I don't regret being born when I was.
Caitlin Clark, because she continues to light up not only the college basketball world, but like the sports world in general.
Because she is the face of college basketball, men and women.
She is the Steph Curry of women's basketball.
She's selling out buildings where the men's teams don't sell out.
No, she's pulling up from the park. This is who she is.
Got free, up, step back three again.
And the mythical mastery of Caitlin Clark continues.
From the outside, it looked like just another coaching decision. But according to Cheryl Miller, it was much deeper than that. Because today, the Hall of Fame legend has finally stepped forward, revealing the real, hidden, and shocking reason Caitlin Clark was suddenly benched. And trust me, this one has the entire basketball world stunned. For weeks, fans were confused. Why pull the most electric player in the league during key stretches? Why bench the face of modern basketball when she was the only one keeping the team alive? Well, Cheryl Miller says the answer has nothing to do with performance. According to Miller, this wasn't about missed shots, turnovers, or defensive rotations. This was about pressure, jealousy, and a locker room struggling to adjust to the biggest spotlight the WNBA has ever seen. Miller explained that Clark's rise didn't just change the game, it disrupted the power structure. Suddenly, endorsements, media attention, and fan energy were orbiting around one player, and not everyone could handle it. So instead of embracing the momentum, certain voices inside the organization pushed back. Not because Clark wasn't producing, but because she was producing too much attention. Cheryl Miller didn't hold back. She flat out criticized the idea of benching Clark as a message, calling it one of the most backward decisions she's ever seen in modern basketball. And according to her, that benching wasn't about coaching strategy. It was about trying to humble a superstar who didn't need humbling, a superstar who only wanted to win. Miller said what millions of fans were already thinking. If you're trying to build a winning culture, you don't bench your hardest worker. You don't silence your biggest draw. And you definitely don't sideline the player who's dragging your franchise into a new era. But here's the craziest part. Miller hinted that this won't be the last time we see tension around Caitlin Clark. Because as long as she keeps winning the attention, outworking veterans, and elevating the entire league, Some people behind the scenes are going to feel threatened. And if Cheryl Miller is right, this benching wasn't a one-time mistake. It was a warning sign, a glimpse into a deeper struggle happening inside the WNBA, a battle between the old guard and the new superstar rewriting everything. And if that's the real reason Clark was benched, then we're just getting started.
We've all seen you on the sideline, quote unquote, coaching. What do you think?
More so coaching the refs.
Yeah. What do you think you've learned from having to watch? Because it is a unique perspective, and you probably, I mean, you haven't had injuries, so you haven't really had that type of perspective.
I think it and I was talking to Steph about this, it's so much easier said than done. It gives you good perspective for it's so easy to be why wouldn't you pass it there? Or why did you forget to set that screen? Or why didn't you cut? Or how did you not see this and that? And obviously when I'm in the game, I'm everything is happening so fast and I'm trying to watch so many different things. And it's so much easier to sit on the side and be oh, I saw this and I saw this and I saw this. No, when you're actually in the heat of things, the coaches give us so much grace. And as teammates, you have to give your teammates grace too, of they're trying to manage so much and see so many different things at one time. And especially as a point guard, you're trying to manage everything and calling the plays and running the correct stuff and getting everybody in the right position and whatever it is. So you don't always realize with how fast the game's going,
Wait, so do you think you've learned more about and maybe have more understanding for your coaches?
For sure.
And their frustration?
For sure.
No, that's interesting.
I mean, I think just for everyone.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
From all different perspectives. I feel I would be a really good ref, though, from the side.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss a call.
Backseat ref.